It's your boy Rich Long. Listen, I'm gonna go straight into the word. This land called America is gonna be given to the sons and daughters of the slaves. Yes, yes. God is going to create new borders and new cities, and we're gonna fight for this land. That's why they're bringing in so many outside forces, so many foreigners, because the white man, the so-called white man who is not white, he's pink because his blood shows forth through his skin, and white and black are not real. This is colorable law, and the palpables that were put on us calling us black are now being declared null and void. And this is real. In the courts of heaven, they are being judged right now. And they've been given word to tell us the truth and release the documents for the Pope and the Vatican to release the documents, which they're doing. We're just not paying attention to bring forth evidence, true evidence of who we are. And we are the caretakers of this land. America, America, Amexum, Turtle Island, whatever you want to call it. This is our land. A lot of us never left. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. I'm hearing that in the spirit realm. And they're going to pay. And we're going to leave with the wealth of the land because the Exodus hasn't happened. It's us. There was an Exodus of the Bible, but the Exodus, the Exodus in our life and times, because they say we never left Egypt, it's going to happen with us. And they're going to be told to release us. There's one who's going to go forth and tell them to let our people go. And it's already happening in the background. You know, our brother, Johnny Cochran, before he died, he was preparing our case to be brought forth to some of their highest courts, which would be what? Past the Supreme Court, we have the United Nations. We have the World Court. And the whole world can bear witness to the fact that America has mistreated so-called black people. And really, we are aboriginal. We are aboriginal men and women. Ab meaning abstracted from the Father. Original meaning original. Do you hear me? They know who we are. They know we're the jewels of El and that we're God's jewelry. And America has been flaunting us like an ornament. And that ain't real. They're going to have to free us. And when they free us, we're going to plunder Egypt. We're going to take everything because we're the true wealth of the land. No dollar denomination can replace us. Our thought processes, our energy. So when they let us go, they going to come after us. They're going to use their police force and tactics. They're going to flood the community once again. They already are with all of this fentanyl. This is a so-called, look, they ain't gonna want me to say this. This is a so-called governmental project to get rid of a lot of people. They're even using this in the hospitals. Where do you think they're getting this? We didn't create no fentanyl. Nobody sat at home and created fentanyl. This was created in a lab. It was released on the streets from a lab. They're getting it to the hospitals from a lab. Like, we're not creating none of this. None of it's natural. It's not within nature. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yeah. So, meanwhile, back at the ranch, we are going to fight for this land. And there are people who, they feel they have a claim to the land. People like, when I say people, I'm not saying one or two. I'm saying races of people, nations of people, the Japanese, the Chinese, hell, Russia. Everybody feel like they have some type of right to this land because of debts that America owes, but they don't realize that behind the corporation, this is a natural land belonging to a natural people of God. And he's going to do anything in his power to ensure that the changing of the guard occurs and that we are given our inheritance. And we will separate from the masses of people. The righteous will separate from the unrighteous. Black will separate from white. Jew will separate from Gentile. Because now we know we've been living under God's grace for so long. We're getting ready to have war on the land. And God needs his people to be prepared in every way possible. And before the war, we have to be given the wealth of the land. We have to plunder Egypt, y'all. We're getting ready to plunder Egypt. And we're going to talk about this. This is where we're at with it. There's no more negotiations. Our case has already been held in the courts of heaven, and it's being held in the world courts. It's not being announced to us that the litigation in the back end is being worked out right now. But there's also a spiritual part to this. God is taking the wealth out of the hands of the wicked and giving it back to the righteous. He's going to do it supernaturally. Some people are going to wake up with money in their bank account. Some people are fighting court cases right now and litigation, and they're going to be given the wealth of the land. They're going to eat the fat of the land. They're going to be given millions, millionaires overnight. We're going to be made millionaires and billionaires overnight. And it's real. This is not a game. So we have to be in preparation for that right now. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Start just going in. And when I was young, my grandparents used to take us to look at houses. Start manifesting with God. This isn't witchcraft. Go and start telling God what you want and what you need. Go and start looking at plots of land. If you have businesses, start declaring and decreeing what it is that is going to take place, what's going to spring forth, because we're in a time right now where we're under an open heaven. The windows of heaven are open, and God is getting ready to pour out a blessing. And that's real. And I'll be back ASAP like Rocky. I love y'all. Class is in session. So stay with me. And above all else, keep it real.